Yeah, 1, 2, check. Yeah. Yeah, 1.
Good evening. Welcome to more Jackson Bronx basketball. We're courtside in Teton High School in Driggs, Idaho, awaiting the start of the Jackson Bronx Teton Timberwolves. All the action tonight brought to you by Century 21, Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates, Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store, Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven, High Country Linen Premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats, Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe, the town square inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, and 49er Inn and Suites. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake Nichols alongside Marie Kane. Hi, Marie.
Hello. Back again.
Back again. We were just here where we wrapped up a disappointing girls game, but we hope the boys can make things right.
Yep.
On senior night here in Teton. And last night, well, before we get into last night, let's tell you what we're looking at tonight. The boys come in under Coach Hayden Hatfield with an overall record of 3-5, 0-2 in conference. And over the last two, they're on a two-game skid. So are the T-Wolves, by the way, 8-8 overall under Coach Robert Huseveld. And they're on a two-game slide. So somebody breaks the schneid, as they say, tonight and gets back in the win column. These two teams evenly matched stat-wise. Teton Timberwolves average about 53 points on offense. Jackson 59. And on defense, Timberwolves give up about 50 points a game. Jackson surrenders about 52. So stats-wise, pretty close. Last time these two teams met, it was a win for Teton, 51-45 over in Jackson on December 28th. And I got a feeling it's going to go the other way tonight, and I'm not just saying that to be a homer. What do you think, Marie?
I don't know. I think the guys definitely have a good chance. They've been playing some good basketball since that Teton game. So I think they have a good chance for sure. It'll just be whether or not they can close it.
Yeah, the boys have been playing better. And you'll hear Coach Hatfield talk about why he thinks it's going to go the other way tonight. I think it will. I'm surprised the boys lost the last time around. I think these two teams are pretty close, but I think our boys now, the way they're playing and with a little more under their belt as far as learning the system, learning what Coach Hatfield wants to accomplish, I think they're just a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they definitely have a good chance. I mean, it was a close game last time, and they've grown a lot in the game of basketball, so I think they have a good chance for sure.
Let's let Coach Hatfield talk a little bit about last week, that Star Valley game. Boy, I thought, on paper, that's a game that the Bronx should have won, even though it isn't Star Valley, a tough place to play. Jackson should have won that game. They let one get away. They came out flat. They didn't look good at all. Nothing clicking on offense, and then, you give Star Valley an inch in their building, and there they go.
Yep.
So here's what Coach Hatfield had to say about the Star Valley game last week, going back last Friday night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we expected kind of a crazy atmosphere, but that was a really fun environment. Give it to the fans and, that community, because they definitely energized their team that night for both games. Us going in there with a sophomore core, 4 sophomores starting, down a very experienced player in Carson Harland. It was a tough situation. So I feel like we played okay. Offensively, their zone just if we're not going to hit shots against that zone, we're not going to win a game. So point blank, we just didn't shoot it well enough to come out with a win. Guys fought hard, had energy, just didn't start out really hot. From there, it just kind of got like a crazy environment, I feel like, and just didn't have the experience to come back from it.
Coach Hatfield sounds a little down there. I talked to him yesterday. Yeah. He was in the room with the boys, and I think he was trying to, quiet his voice. He didn't want to say anything in front of them or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like that might have happened.
So, yeah, disappointing effort Friday night. Then the short rest, and Saturday they come out at home against Green River in a game that I thought they'd get their doors blown off because the Wolves are that good. And And the kids showed something, man. They really pushed back in a game they were
Yeah,
down.
that was a close one. I remember that. I watched that one.
They were down double digit. They tied it to 48 with a Gavin Keelan 3, and that was 7 seconds to go. I heard from assistant coach Sean Shockley that the boys didn't play the D like they drew it up. Obviously, Coach Hatfield said 24 can't touch the ball. That's Dylan Taylor, and he did.
And he made that 3.
He nailed it, and that was the end of Jackson's night. That was the last time they played. Here's what Coach Hatfield had to say about that Green River game.
The Green River game, we knew it was going to be a tough one on such a short rest Saturday morning. It was even early Saturday game, 2 o'clock. So, it was a tough situation, and I think that Green River is one of the 2 best teams, probably our side of the state. They got 3 seniors starting, 2 other juniors, just a really experienced team. They've been together since they were really young. Coach has been there, with that group for years and years, with her son being on that team as well. So really experienced group. They're very composed. A lot of skill. The Taylor kid is just an outstanding player. One of the best. He's probably one of the best in this state, to be honest with you. So really good team. But, for us, we came out slow again. Feel like we had a really bad second quarter. Stepped it up in the third, got it back even. Guys were pumped. Started to hit a few shots again. From me as a coach personally, I love to see how the guys reacted to it. Just the fact that we could come back from a deficit like that showed a lot of our growth. Just shows the guys are buying into the process. We're getting there. For us to hang with that team, I feel like was a huge step for us mentally and physically. So.
Just about 7 minutes away from tap. You heard Coach Hatfield talk about missing some veteran leadership from Carson Harley. He was nursing some kind of a leg issue. You got eyes on right now?
Well, he's down on the bench in street clothes.
That's okay. That's bad.
I actually talked to Coach after the last home game that we did together, and he said that he rolled his ankle pretty bad. So I don't think there's anything major structural damage, but he's definitely nursing a bit of a sprain.
Well, they sure could use him. He's energy. He's very similar to Isaac Larson, but Larson can't do it all. It's nice to have both of them sometimes in the backcourt on the floor at the same time. Speaking of injuries, we're going to talk injuries about the girls' team when we come back and drill down a little deeper on this rivalry, by the way, and some of the things that Jackson's going to have to do to ensure victory here in hostile environment in Driggs, where it's senior night in Teton. We'll be back with more of the Bronx pregame show on the home of the Bronx, Jackson Hole Radio and the SVI. Oh, no, SVI's not with us tonight. Just Jackson Hole Radio.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is affiliated with the most recognized name in the real estate industry, providing unique listings, exclusive services, and exceptional results. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates will put their love for the area and lifetime of Jackson Hole knowledge and experience to work for you. Go to c21jh.com to view their listings, email team@c21jh.com, or contact Ted Dawson, Kent Hobson, Dawson Smith, Julie Force Pointner, Caitlin King, or Mike Nantes. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates. Find your place with them.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vestool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
That's a good reminder. We are on KZ95, KZ95.live, live streaming to the world. Audio only. We're also on the FM radio dial if you're driving around or you got a radio. Does anybody have a radio anymore?
I don't know. Well, we have one out at my property with the barn on it. So
Kane is of the age she doesn't even know what a radio is.
I have radio in my car.
Oh, yeah. So radio, yes. Now, if you want to watch, of course, we're doing live streamed. You can find that. Go to jacksonholeradio.com. Look for the big, giant YouTube link. You can go to your normal Watch Live SVI. We got a link there. And you can also find it at KZ95.live while you're listening to audio. You might as well just make one more click, and you can watch the pictures with it, too. Murray, last night girls came up short. We were hoping maybe they'd have a little more for those Lady T-Wolves, but Teton's good team. Jackson playing again without Carson Breeding. She will be lost for the year as she transfers to another high school, and we got more disappointing news.
Yep, it's looking like Audrey Forres will also be out for the remainder of the season or most of it. She did roll her ankle in yesterday's game and had an MRI today.
That's a shame. I mean, look at that. You're taking 19 points off the board right there on average. I mean, Audrey's, usually good for about 8 so far this season. Carson, 11. So, I mean, that's 19 points that you're starting minus 19 every game in effect. And where do you get those points?
Well, I did talk to her sister Caroline, and she's planning on making up some of those.
Caroline going to do it.
Yep.
I like it. That's probably how it is at the Forest home. If Audrey's not available to take out the garbage, Caroline will have to do it. They just
something
swap
like
chores.
That.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we feel for Audrey. She was in good spirits, though. She's all right.
Yep. Yeah, she actually took it pretty well. I saw her today, and she wasn't, looking extremely devastated. I'm sure she is, but, she played it off pretty well. So.
Well, I hope she's still going to hang around with the team. And
yep, she went to practice today, and she's hoping to still travel. So she'll be there for the team, and we'll just hope she gets better.
Good deal. Well, this Teton Timberwolf team, these boys are pretty good. I'll tell you what they like to do. They like to run. So does Coach Hatfield for Jackson. Teton will run and gun. They'll play mainly man defense, which is good news for Coach Hatfield. His kids have struggled with the zone. They'll play zone when their big man is in. Davis Wood, the junior, is 6'8" for Teton. So he's one of the few guys that matches up with Hannah. But I will say this about Wood. I've watched him on film. He's not as athletic as Andrew Hannah, and he's a little clunky. And if Jackson can keep the pace up, keep running while Wood's in, they'll burn him out because he doesn't have a ton of stamina. He doesn't play a lot of minutes, and he doesn't like to run up and down the court. So when Wood's in, I would keep the game at that high tempo.
Yep.
But Teton has Hoosevelts, of course. Whenever you hear that name in Teton, you know that you're going to get an athlete. Jerem Hoosevelt, the junior, and his brother Tom Hoosevelt, the sophomore. Tom's the three-ball shooter. Brody Hess can shoot from distance as well. And then Ty Brown, Gus Prissel, and I think their best baller is the senior Braxton Hess. He's very, very good. So they got some weapons, and they're going to be difficult. The all-time matchup between these teams favors Jackson. They won 7 of the last 13, but they have not won in the last 5 tries against Teton. Got to go back to 2019 to find the last Jackson win. Should be a fast-paced game and perhaps high-scoring. We'll see.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Here's what Coach Hatfield had to say about these Teton Timberwolves, some of the things he's worried about and concerned about.
As a squad, our heads are really high. With Teton tomorrow, hopefully we're at full strength. We got a few guys sick. Hopefully they make it back. If we're at full strength, we fully anticipate, to be able to win the game. We showed last time, it was our 3rd game of the year, and we've grown a lot since that game. I went back and watched the film, and offensively we were just stagnant. Didn't have a lot going on other than we just had skilled players. So I feel like we're a totally different team since the last time we played. I expect Teton to come out and probably zone us again. It's what most teams are kind of figuring out they have to do against us with Andrew inside, and all that. So expect a zone. We'll have to shoot well, but it'll be a fun environment again, I'm sure. So heads are high. I got Teton Wednesday, Pinedale on Thursday, and then one day off where we go have a big game at Evanston. So heads are high, but we fully anticipate we can win all games this week.
Busy week. Not a lot of time to do things in practice. I mean,
Yeah.
boys play this one tonight. They're right back at it tomorrow in Pinedale, and then Saturday in Evanston. We'll come right back with the starting lineups after this one last word. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95 and Jackson Hole Radio.
At High Country Linens Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet, we've got you covered. We have cleaning supplies for all your needs, like Bona hardwood floor cleaner, brooms and mops, dusters and buffers, Swiffers and brushes, scrubbers and squeegees for every job, Murphy oil, orange oil, and Pledge for your home or office, products from the Clean Environment Company, Envirox, and bathroom cleaners from the Natural House for the safe environmental solution. For dishwashers to laundry, Cascade and Jet Dry, Dawn and Joy, Tide, Arm & Hammer, Shout, Clorox, and Bounce. And get the window cleaning tools the pros use. Spray bottles, extended washers, buckets, and squeegees for the cleanest windows. Browse products at highcountrylinen.com or call 739-1311, 739-1311, or drop in at High Country Linens Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet, 335 North Glenwood Street, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and don't forget, we deliver.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Sebastian Runner, sophomore. Sam Scott, senior. AJ Fowler, sophomore. Henry Garza, senior. Carson Harlan, junior. Isaac Laxton, junior. Andrew Hanna, sophomore. Hayden Wheeler, sophomore. Gavin, sophomore. David Danby, senior.
All right, just about ready to get this one going as the starting lineups announced.
I'm glad to see Sam Scott getting a start. I think
Oh, is that right?
is a move they should be making for sure. We see Henry Berze also, so they're pulling out the seniors squad.
Matching the senior night for Teton. All right.
Guess
like
so.
that. Good observation, Kane. Yeah, I like that too. You're right.
We don't see Keelan starting.
All right. Well, secret weapon off the bench. By the way, Jackson leads the 3A or the 4A conference in blocked shots. Guess who's responsible for most of those?
Gavin?
Yeah. Yeah, he loves swatting the ball out of the air.
Yeah. We have Seb we're in number 1 again, which is a little confusing.
Oh, my goodness.
Seems like that seems to be his away number.
How can you do that to us? Jackson is in their away dark uniforms, trimmed in the orange.
Number 3.
Teton in their home whites, trimmed in what Marie is calling maroon. And
It is maroon, I promise.
all right.
Number 41. Gus.
I imagine this Teton lineup going to be as stacked with as many seniors as they can. Gus Prissel, the 6'3 senior. Braxton Hess, a 6'1 senior, and he's trouble. He can shoot from anywhere on the floor. He's a real good athlete, good baller. We also got Tom, who's about the sophomore out there, along with brother Jerem, the junior. And who's the one last guy? Mr. Ty Brown. Tyson Brown's going to jump ball it along with Andrew Hanna. Jackson moving left to right under your video stream. Teton right to left, and we're ready to get this one going. Festive night. A lot of noise, loud again.
Yeah. Student section's even bigger than they were last night.
They do look bigger. They got balloons now, and they got some kind of duck decoy noisemakers. Yeah, kazoos, I guess, is what you call them. Just getting underway. Thanks for joining us tonight. Wednesday night in Teton. The tap won by Teton. It's Roosevelt's going to try from long range, Jerem, and he misses. But the rebound, Tyson Brown. So an offensive board right off the snap. Hess hands it off to Roosevelt. That's Tom this time. Now over to Braxton Hess. Hess gets a nice pick from Ty Brown. Drives the lane, kicks it out to Prissel. Gus, he's driving it on Sam Scott. Now back outside. Teton's just sort of feeling things out inside. There's a turnaround jump shot from Tom Roosevelt. He wanted a call, but the shot was well short.
Yeah, Seb didn't get any of anything on that one.
No.
He's playing some soft defense to start off.
Seb will bring it up court as he's met by Tom Roosevelt on defense. Seb looking around. He's got Barazay cutting, but he goes for Isaac Larson. Now to Scott, far side of the elbow to Isaac, top of the key. Isaac going to try a few things now. Bounce pass inside to Hannah. He's quickly double team. Kicks it out to Barazay. Now to Seb. Brunner drives the lane up and in. Right over the top of Ty Brown. Good job by Seb. Good ball movement.
Yep.
Created the opportunity for Brunner to just charge to the rack and 2-0 lead for Jackson. Tom Roosevelt, Jerem kicks it out to Prissel. Working inside on Barazay. Shot no good, and Larson with the rare rebounds. Into a Hannah wide open. Nobody saw him. That was Braxton Hess, I think, that lost track of them. Are they man up or are they zone? Haven't noticed yet, Marie. They like to play man for the most part.
Yeah, I think they're man
Keep an eye
at
on
the
them.
moment.
I don't know who has Hannah, but if it's Hess, that might be a mismatch.
Yeah, they.
And a whistle.
There's not going to be that many times when Andrew's open under the basket like that.
He was wide open. He attracts the kind of attention that Rachel Noyce does for the girls, but an easy bucket there. It's 4-0. Good start, as good as you can draw up for the boys so far.
Seems like they called a foul on Isaac Larson.
All right. Shot missed, but the rebound, Prissel gets it to Tom Roosevelt. Tom going to drive, try to find Ty Brown. I don't know if that was a good idea because Larson was there, and he kind of maintained possession along with Brown, and a jump ball. Jackson gets the arrow. Here comes Brunner and Barazay over the line. No pressure from Teton. They don't press very much, if at all.
They are in man.
Okay. Jackson coach Hatfield worried about how his boys react to zone, but they're going to get a man unless, as we said, Davis Wood is in the game. When that big 6'8" guy is in, they usually go back to a zone. They let Wood just camp out under the hole. Nice pass inside to Hannah. He waits until Hess goes sky high right by him. Nice composure, good patience, and Hannah makes it 6-0. That's 4 for him in the early going. Roosevelt works it to Hess. Braxton gets a pick from Ty Brown. Now kicks it out to Prissel to Roosevelt. Tom to brother Jerem. Jerem working on Larson. Nothing there, really. Now Roosevelt, Tom, he'll launch a three. Good, and he is their three-ball guy. You got to watch him. The 5'10 sophomore has got a dead eye from range. Here's Seb Brunner the other way. Lost the handle. I'm not sure if he was trying to pass to somebody.
Yeah, I think he was.
All right. Went right to Roosevelt. Here's Tom Roosevelt again. Now to Prissel. He thought about a three. Won't take it. Braxton has slowed things back down. 4:51 to go in the opening frame. Jackson up 6-3. Roosevelt, far side. Tom gets a pick from Ty Brown. Going to go right down the lane. His shot no good. But Brunner, surprise to him, picks up the foul. He's got that same face every time he hears a whistle.
That one, I don't know that I agree with that one.
Oh, yeah?
No, they're calling it a push.
Seb's over there explaining it to Shockley and company, the assistant coaches. Hatfield's not even going to go near him right now. And meanwhile, Roosevelt misses the first with 4:45 to go. Jackson up 6-3. His second one, Roosevelt's good. 6-4. It's a 2-point game, 1-possession game. And Isaac Larson bringing the ball up. The lefties met there by Roosevelt. Now far side of Barazay. Quickly to Scott. Scott inside to Hannah. It's not there, though. Tyson Brown reached in, and he might have done something bad there.
Yeah, it was a Gus.
Yeah.
And he kind of has the same sort of face Seth does when that whistle blows.
All those basketballers have perfected the scrunched eyebrows when the whistle blows.
Yep.
That's his first team first. There's Isaac with a three. No good. Air ball goes right in the hands of Hess. Up ahead, and Teton likes to do this. They will push the ball, and if they catch you sleeping, they'll chuck one length of the court. And they thought they had Roosevelt underneath, but the pass didn't get there.
That was tipped by Seb.
Was it? All right.
Yeah.
Good job, Seb, to get back. He barely got back. There, a wide open Prissel. His three is off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound Larson, his second board of the early going. Isaac, he gets tied up there by Roosevelt. Works it over to Seb Brunner, who's got the other Roosevelt on him. Now to Larson, now to Scott. Thought about a three. It is there for him if he wants. Hess looks like he might try to put a hand on the face, but now Brunner drive the lane. He stepped out of bounds, I believe.
Foul.
No, he's going to get a foul. It's Roosevelt, Tom Roosevelt. Second team foul, first on Tom Roosevelt, the sophomore.
You can see that Gus is down there on Andrew, and they are just fighting under the basket.
And now our first look at the enormous Davis Wood, and I'm sure he's going to go out there to find Andrew Hanna. 42 on 21, yep. Couple of substitutions includes Denver Arnold, the 6'2 senior for Teton, now in the game, and Hunter Johnson now in the game. And that's Wood coming down with a board on the missed shot by Jackson. Here comes Teton with a chance to tie, and Jerem Roosevelt rumbles over the top of Isaac Larson.
We'll call it a block on Isaac. We have Gavin Keelan in the game.
Keelan's in. Larson picks up his second, so I think Fowler's going to come in and get him, or is he going for Scott? Nobody knows. Scott doesn't. Yeah.
Just get off the court, Sam.
You got too many guys out there.
Yep.
6 Jackson players. Larson will come off with those 2 fouls. So still 6-4, 3:48 to go in the first.
There's quite a bit of miscommunication
Sure
on that sub.
Here's Braxton Hess, bumps Brunner, now tries a reverse layup, no good. And Keelan with the board, but a whistle.
Yeah, they'll call a over the back, I believe.
All right.
Or a push.
And that is on Wood, the 6'8 junior. He's got size, but I really would like to see Jackson play with tempo when he's in, because what I see into this kid Wood, I watched 2 games. He doesn't have a lot of stamina. He doesn't like to run up and down the court. That's Seb Brunner penetrating, but he can't get the layer to go. And now Roosevelt kicks it out to Braxton Hess. His shot, good. Hess, and he can shoot it from anywhere. Inside, outside, he's a pretty good shooter, and he gives Teton their first lead of the night, 7-6. See how Jackson reacts.
Seb's slowing it down a little bit.
He is. Composure's a thing. This young team in a foreign building, they kind of melted down against Star Valley. Let's see what they're made of now. Scott to AJ. Fowler gets it punched away by Denver Arnold. Momentarily knocked out of bounds. Jackson will just trigger back in here. Who wants it? And Keelan volunteers. Gavin will inbounds with Arnold on him. Into Hanna. He's going to try something on the big guy Wood, but it's guy behind him he got to worry about. Arnold reached over the back, and I believe he drew the... No, they're going to call it on Davis Wood.
Yep,
his
Hanna
second
will,
already.
Go to the line on that one. He's a 42% free throw shooter.
He's not stupendous from the charity sprite. We'll see what Hanna can do. Gets a nice roll there. We're tied at 7. .251 to go with the first. Hanna's second rolls in and out. Rebound Wood, who just dominates the boards when he's out there. And he hands off to Jerem Roosevelt. Jerem gets a pick from Arnold, and nice job by Seb to slip right around it. Here's Hess again from range. That's short. And Brunner with the rebound. He's going to push the pace. I like this. Going right there. No, behind the back pass to Hanna's a beauty, but Andrew got a little surprised by it. Now Hanna puts a move.
Still made it work, though.
Oh, yeah, he still made it work. Just took a little extra time. And Hanna's schooling the junior Davis Wood right now. Inside, a prayer of a shot by Jerem Roosevelt. No good, and a whistle and foul coming up, or is just knocked out of bounds?
Knocked out of bounds, I believe. That was. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul.
Yeah,
we have
some contact down there.
Gavin avoiding the rim with his head.
Yeah. Braxton Hess working on Sam Scott, rolled off of Scott's foot, and now Sam will take it. And he's got Hanna underneath. Hanna's going to run with it because Davis Wood, not the nimblest. I don't want to pick on Wood. He's a big guy. He's a good baller, but he's not going to get up and down the floor as quick as Andrew. And Andrew beat him the whole there for his 6th point of the night. Braxton Hess with the ball now. Teton trail 11-7. Hess right to the rack. Reverse layup is good, and he's trouble. 11-9 now. $1:40 to go in the first. Brunner takes a quick look back at Coach Hatfield. See what kind of plays on as he waves Fowler down the baseline.
Yeah, they're going to
to
zone
Scott.
right
Yep.
now.
They like to zone it up with Wood in there. Wood can't man on anyone. They want him parked right under the basket. Right now, he and Hannah leaning on each other in the paint. Andrew's got to get out of there, and he does. Only allowed 3 seconds in that lane on offense. AJ, a wide open 3, and he can't get it. Hannah with a board, though. Hess is pushing him out of bounds, and he can't save it. Good job by Braxton to give Andrew no room and just kind of shoved him out of bounds. Tom Roosevelt checks back in for his brother Jerem, and it's 11-9 with 1:04 to go in the first. It's a good start for Jackson here. Kept the crowd kind of quiet and got a good start to the game. That's been trouble for Hatfield's crew so far this year. They have not started strong. A couple times maybe at home. Underneath, Arnold waits for everybody to go skyward. Keelan blocks it, but he got too much of Arnold's hand.
Yep.
And
It's only his first, though.
Gavin thought it was all ball, but guess not. 11-9, a chance to tie here. Arnold has 2 at the stripe, and he misses the first. 48 seconds to go in the first. A 2-point Jackson lead. And the second from Arnold is also no good. Missed it badly. And the rebound, Hannah kicks it over to Keelan, and here comes the black and orange. Brunner again with a look over his shoulder at Coach Hatfield. A lot of time to play for the last shot here, but we'll see what Jackson does. Brunner, not in a hurry, showing Roosevelt some dribbling moves, and now he works it to Hannah. Andrew was looking inside for Keelan, drives. Hess picks him up, wide open AJ, and he's quickly guarded, though, by Hunter Johnson now in the game for Teton. AJ again with Johnson on him. Inside of Hannah. Good spin move. Left-handed layup up and in. And Hannah's not having a problem right now with Davis Wood, the 6'8" center.
That is his 11th point tonight already.
Wow. Last shot here for Teton. It's going to be Roosevelt. Launches one time, and it was partially blocked by Brunner. No call. That's good. And at the end of one, it's Jackson 13, Teton 9. Couldn't have gone any better if you're Coach Hatfield right now. We'll be back with the start of the second after these. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
So far the score, Andrew Hannah 11, Teton Timberwolves 9. Who got the other bucket for Jackson?
Seb did.
All right.
He's got 2.
Good game. You don't want Hannah having to do all the heavy lifting, but, you know, he's one of your offensive weapons.
Yep, especially against the man defense that we've been saying.
Yeah. And it's a game of adjustments, you know. Then maybe Teton has to do something to account for 21, and then Jackson switches it up, and maybe Seb goes nuts from 3. Who knows?
So definitely possible.
Inside, nice pass to find an open Gus Bristol, and he gets Teton within 2. 13-11, just underway here in the second. Bronx with a good start to this one, at least Andrew has. Andrew came to play right off the bus. Keelan, a long 3, no good. Rebound, a nice one by Ty Brown as he beats Sam Scott on that board. Here's Roosevelt. Jerem, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Ty Brown, that won't go. Gets another rebound, and up over Gavin Keelan, and it's tied at 13. 3 looks at the hole there that time. That's too much.
Yep, kind of looking a bit like the girls last night.
Yeah. AJ now top of the key to Sebastian Brunner, working on Tom Roosevelt, far side Keelan. Just perimeter stuff as Hannah and Prissel leaning on each other underneath. Andrew waving a hand, but nobody can really get him the ball. Gus doing a nice job making sure Hannah just can't even get the pass inside. Now Brunner almost had a pick for a moment, can't do anything. Now he'll try to drive the lane. Got an open 8-footer pop shot, that's good. That was all Sebastian.
Yep.
Just weaving his way through defenders and finding the shot. Teton now with the ball. They trail by 2, 15-13. Underneath, it's Roosevelt, lost the handle.
No call of travel.
Yeah, he took steps. It was Andrew Hannah that was all over him. I don't know if Jerem even wanted to try his shot, as Jerem Roosevelt 6'1", but Hannah 6'7". That wasn't probably going to work. Seth Brunner with the ball, just over 6 to go, underway here in the second. Jackson up by 2, chance to add to it. AJ to far side Keelan with Ty Brown on him. Keelan going to try to beat Brown to the rack. No, he's going to, he had a 15-footer momentarily, and he got triple team. Tries to set a pick for Seb, who lost the handle. Now Seb gets it back and gives it away. And here comes Roosevelt the other way. Tom hands off to Jerem. Now to Tom. Roosevelt back to his brother. Gets a pick and drives the lane. Kicks it out to Tyson Brown. He's got Keelan all over his back. Wide open. Roosevelt launches. No good. Braxton Hess underneath for the board and bucket.
Yeah, they're just kind of letting him hang out down there. You really got to box out and push people out of the paint on defense down there.
The Teton's got to identify where Hannah is. He's been the dangerous guy, and Jackson's got to make sure they know where Braxton Hess is. He's done some damage as well. Here's Sam Scott going to drive the lane. Nice idea, just couldn't get it to fall. And Braxton Hess with a rebound. Teton fired up ahead to Roosevelt. Tom back to Jerem, now to Hess. He's been hot and gets this one. No, rattles in and out. Ty Brown with a putback, can't get it to go, but I think Hannah got some of him.
It might be on a Keelan. Yep, yeah.
Wow.
You can't, Keelan's kind of, he's tall enough to where he doesn't actually go over the back, but when you try and block from anywhere that's not in front of them, they'll call you on that, especially when you're as tall as he is.
That's Keelan's second. Tyson Brown, the 6'4" sophomore, hits the first of 2 to give Teton another lead. They've led. It's been back and forth since Jackson got off to a good start. 4:54 to go, and the second one from Ty Brown is in. And it's 17-15. Here's some press from Teton. We don't see this much from them. Jackson has no problem with it, though. Hannah up ahead to Barazay. They got numbers. Henry threw it over the top of Hannah, but Keelan saves the day. His shot partially blocked. Saved by Barazay to Hannah. Back to Barazay, back to Hannah. Hannah drives the lane, and he got a gift. It almost gave it away, but Hess didn't know the ball was loose.
Wow, that was
Keelan. Long three, puts Hess in the air, and now Barazay from 3. No good. And Gus Prissel with a rebound. Teton bringing the ball down. It's Jerem Roosevelt. Over to Hess. He fires a 3. No good. Rebound Jackson. It's Barazay and Hannah with the rebound, but Henry comes up with it. Seth Brunner with the ball now. Jackson with 4 minutes. See what they're made of now. Can you answer? AJ Fowler. He tried 1 3 earlier and couldn't get it to go. Keelan to Seth Brunner. Brunner working on Roosevelt. Inside to Hannah, and he gets double teamed, waits, and then puts the shot up. Good job by Andrew. Andrew knows every time he gets the ball down there, somebody's going to be up in the sky to block it. Though that time it was 2 somebodies. It was Jerem Roosevelt and Braxton Hess. Hannah just waited till they left their feet, then put up the shot, then got fouled.
Hannah's 50% from the line right now.
Yeah. Andrew has got to shoot better because he's going to get fouled a lot. The foul, by the way, is on Ty Brown, his first, team 5th. Both teams with 5 fouls now. And Andrew misses the first. Jackson down 2. Crowd starting to get into it here, a senior night. Hannah gets that one off the glass, and he gives a shrug saying, well, I didn't call that, but I'll take it. 17-16, Jackson trail by 1. Teton ball. Hess with Fowler on him. Braxton gets a pick from Prissel. Now drives the lane all by himself. Up and in. Beautiful. Braxton Hess has been dangerous for the T-Wolves so far. Jackson better find out where he is. I guess somebody in his grill. AJ wide open 3. No good. Rebound Hannah. That shot won't go. He's got Arnold all over him. The rest letting him play. Hard bumping, and now finally it's Davis. Wood picks up his 3rd as he bumped Hannah. And, you know, these only pay off if Wood fouls out and he's on his way, and if Hannah can convert from the line.
Yep.
Well, they're saying it wasn't Wood. I think they're going to call that on Braxton Hess. I didn't see him anywhere around. That's going to help out the T-Wolves. Hess is first. Hannah misses again, and Jackson down 3. His second is good, and it's a 19-17 game. Teton with the lead, 3:10 to go in the half. And all by himself to the rack is Jerem, or Tom Roosevelt rather, but he can't get the reverse layup to go. Jackson catches a break there as Roosevelt just streaked right to the hole, and nobody picked him up. Seth Brunner now working on Tom Roosevelt. Tries to draw him out high here to create more space down low for Hannah. Here's Keelan. He gets, I thought he was fouled by Roosevelt, but he walked.
Yeah, he slid a bit.
Yeah.
But that pump fake he did threw his defender off of him, but he just couldn't. Once he got into the key, he was just...
Keep that in mind, Gavin. You can do it again later. Just don't travel.
Yep.
Here's Arnold. Good weave going now by Teton behind the back dribble by Roosevelt. Back to Arnold. Denver kicks it out to Braxton Hess. Bears, they watching him a little closer here. And Henry with a nice poke. And the turnover. Sam Scott, coast to coast, up and in. Jackson ties it at 19. That's Henry playing defense on Braxton Hess. And that's good. One way to stop Hess from making shots is to get the ball out of his hands.
Oh, they're going to call a charge.
A charge.
And that was Hannah that took it.
Jerem Roosevelt. Hannah took the punishment. And Jackson now with the game tied at 19. Boy, this got a feeling it's going to be close down to the end.
Yep, I have a feeling it's going to be that way too.
Seth Brunner picked up by Tom Roosevelt at the top of the key. Brunner got a pick from Hannah momentarily. Wants Hannah inside, but it isn't there. Now they'll try. Sam Scott floats a beauty to him. Hannah's triple teamed and couldn't kick it out to anybody. Stole it away. Teton with the ball. Braxton Hess over to Roosevelt. Jerem to Hess. Off his hands, out of bounds, but they're going to say Henry got a piece, and Henry's pleading his case to the Zebras, saying, no, I didn't. But it'll be Teton ball. Minute 46 to go in the second. 19-19. Crowd starting to get into it. What happened? They did
switch it.
They conferred and they switched it. Boy, you don't see that often, do you, Kate?
No, you don't.
Wow. I like it. Good job of the refs to talk it over.
Yeah.
And Henry bought it. Henry sold it, rather, and one of the refs bought it. Seb from a long 3, top of the key. Looked good, but it won't go. And it's Wood pulls down the rebound. He went a mile high in the air.
Yep.
Now Hess gets a pick from Arnold. Thought about shooting, won't. Kicks it over to Denver Arnold. Arnold working on Bereзе. Bereze's such a good defender. But Arnold gets the shot up, no good. Rebound, Seth Brunner coming the other way with a minute 10 to go in the half. Seth on Roosevelt, inside to Hannah. Is he going to go over Wood? He does, and he can't get it to go. Davis grabs the rebound. Here comes Teton with a minute. Hess to Roosevelt. Jerem poking at it as Bereзе almost knocked it loose. Now Jerem Roosevelt out to Denver Arnold. To Wood. He's way out here at the top of the key. That's not Wood's area. Far side cross-court pass. Roosevelt will try. Jerem shot, no good. Hannah rebound. And he coughed it up to Arnold. Out of bounds again now. And whose ball? Jackson ball. With 39 seconds. Hatfield wants to get a player in there.
We'll get David Danby.
Surprised Coach Hatfield doesn't call a timeout right here. Draw something up with 39. He was very hurriedly getting Danby in the game for Keelan. No, it's Teton ball. Roosevelt hands off to Braxton Hess, takes a look at the clock. And Teton's going to go inside to Wood, trying to work on Hannah. Gone! Good job by Davis Wood, who's got 1 inch on Andrew, and that's it, and made it work. Teton with a 2-point lead. Jackson trying to tie here with a half running out and 2 of his steps. That was running all over the place. Turnover, 17 seconds. Teton would love to end the half and give the crowd something to roar about here. Here they come. No pressure for Jackson. They haven't applied any full court pressure yet. Coach Hatfield's saving that, perhaps for later. Tom Roosevelt gives it to Davis Wood. Far side of Arnold. His pass partially blocked by Hannah. Prayer of a shot, no good, and that's how the half will end. At the half, it's Teton 21, Jackson 19. You're watching and listening to Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
At the Rocky Mountain Yeti Jackson Hole Base Camp, they have new vehicles fit for every adventure. They have new Ford, Ram, and Jeep vehicles right now, including a wide selection of upfitted trucks. Come meet the friendly team of experts that will awaken and ignite your adventurous spirit and get you back on the road in no time. Let them help you get back to adventure at the Rocky Mountain Yeti Jackson Hole Base Camp today.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Back at the half, Jake Nichols, Marie Kane. Close game.
Yep.
Marie says it's going to be that way all the way.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
It is. Senior night in Teton High School here in Driggs, Idaho, where we are live. Good festive atmosphere, and just you get a nice warm feeling of small town high school sports over here.
Yep.
I like it. It would only be better if we were in Wyoming. I always get the jitters when I'm in Idaho.
Huh.
Not my favorite state. I'd rather be in the good old cowboy state, but it's a nice place to be. It's fun. Cheer squad out there doing their thing. Marie, first half stats. So we talked about how dominant Andrew Hanna was for the Bronx and Braxton Hess on the other side of the ball. What do you got for stats on Jackson's side?
Yeah, so obviously we have Andrew Hanna leading with 12 points right now, and then Seb with 4 and Sam Scott with 2.
Okay, I'd like to see that scoring spread around. We want to see AJ get hot.
Yep.
When AJ's feeling it, he can really knock off a few. It'd be fun if he could. Keelan has been, how many points did you say, Keelan? He's been super quiet.
Any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't start. He came off the bench. I wonder if there's an issue, if he's not 100% or he's just not engaged yet. But we need Keelan to get going. Second half was all his against Green River, so maybe he's waiting for that.
Yep.
But I'd like to see Seb and AJ do something from the outside, and then Keelan, I want to see him get rolling. And then hopefully at the half, Coach Hatfield's going to talk some things over. So far, I think, he was worried about seeing zone. We haven't seen zone unless Davis Wood is in, the big 6'8 kid.
Yep.
And not quite as fast a pace as I know these two teams like to play at. Jackson will love to run. Hatfield's got no problem with that. And
yeah, Seb's been slowing it down at point guard.
Yeah, I wonder if that's intentional.
Might be just to counteract Teton wanting to play it fast.
Yeah, could be. So, all right, your coach Hatfield in the locker room. You're down 2. You came off the bus pretty good. You didn't let the atmosphere get to you, and you look pretty confident, and it's anybody's game right now. What do you tell the kids? What do what do you keep doing, and what do you got to do better?
I would say you keep getting it to Andrew as much as possible, but also don't try and force it, because we've seen that happen a couple of times. And then also I would say to try and keep the perimeter moving a little bit quicker. They are doing a good job of passing, just not at a slower pace, which is leaving, their three-point shooters, Seb and AJ, where the Timberwolves know that, Seb's going to be a threat from outside, so they're being tightly defended. I would also say, some backdoor cuts.
You were calling for that last night with the girls.
I would love to
see
Sam specifically,
Yeah.
Scott, do a couple of those, because he, he's not the tallest, but he can get up there.
Yeah.
So it's if he cuts backdoor and has speed going to him, I don't think anyone will be coming to block that shot.
Sam Scott, for those of you who don't know, a receiver for the football team. Scott's got some hops for sure.
Yeah.
Good athlete. He can get off the ground.
Yep.
And, boy, I just remember his season going back 2 years ago when Nate Kuiper went down early in the season. Scott had to fill that role, and all he did was lead the conference in catches that year going back 2 years ago.
Yep.
He was electric, had a pretty good year last year as well.
I mean, you can see it, too, with him, on the fast break where he made his layup. He was centimeters from the rim. I would not be surprised if he can get up there and, dunk eventually. But he's a great athlete, and I think that this game specifically we're seeing Hatfield utilize him a little more, which I think is good. I think he is a all-around basketball player, which is what they need to add to the rest of them, with Seb, who also is the same sort of situation, and Andrew. They all just kind of know how to feed off of each other and play basketball, and I think they look better as a team overall when Scott's in the game.
For those of you watching the stream, I'm noticing some buffering things. I hope it's not going to end up being a problem, but we'll keep an eye on it. But we are, of course, broadcasting audio only on KZ95.live, and then look for links to find our YouTube channel where we're giving you the video stream. Might just be a momentary glitch, I think. We were talking about halftime and what you were saying, more a pound into Hannah and then maybe look for the backdoor thing. I'm like let's show them something they haven't seen. I'm like adjustment kind of guy.
Yeah.
I would love to come out in the second half and ignore Andrew Hannah and do something completely different, because you got to think. Get in the opponent's head. You got Coach Robert Hoosevelt for Teton, who's going to the locker room, probably saying, "Will somebody cover 21, please?"
Yep.
Don't let So maybe you come out and you just pretend Andrew's not even there and let somebody else get going.
The only
I don't know.
issue with that is a lot of the guys take a couple shots to get hot, if they get hot at all, and they shoot pretty streaky.
Yeah.
Seb is pretty consistent from outside, but he's being defended up close and personal out on the three-point line, so I don't think he's going to be getting any easy shots. So I think it's kind of hard when they know all of your weapons.
Yeah, yep. Well, and, no secrets either. I mean, by now we're getting toward, we're a couple of games into conference play. This, by the way, is a non-conference game. Jackson just trying to feel good, get back on the win column as they head to Pinedale tomorrow. Jackson boys back out on the court, still yet to see the T-Wolves. About 2 minutes away from starting this second half, and we're going to put our noggins together, think about maybe in the early going a Century 21 relentless athlete of the game. It's pretty easy right now.
Yep.
Standouts Hannah and Hess on either side, but let's see what the second half brings. We'll be right back with that second half Bronx halftime show on the home of the Bronx, Jackson Hole Radio.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is affiliated with the most recognized name in the real estate industry, providing unique listings, exclusive services, and exceptional results. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates will put their love for the area and lifetime of Jackson Hole knowledge and experience to work for you. Go to c21jh.com to view their listings, email team@c21jh.com, or contact Ted Dawson, Kent Hobson, Dawson Smith, Julie Force Pointner, Caitlin King, or Mike Nantes. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates. Find your place with them.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Just about ready to get this second half rolling. Teton just barely coming out of the locker room at the half. I don't even know if they took any warm-up shots. They just rolled out and they're ready to go. All
so.
Business.
Speaking of the Century 21 Relentless Player of the Game, I ran into Bailey Chamberlain at school today, and she was ecstatic to hear that she was one of our co-Relentless players. She was really happy about that. She knew that she played great yesterday.
That's so super cool, Marie. Like, you're the only color analyst that could bump into these student athletes like that. So we're so happy to have you doing the inside intel, being able to see some of these kids when they're not in uniform. And you tell on my behalf. Bailey had an awesome game.
She knew it too. She came in, she was like, "Did you see me yesterday?"
Yes, we did, Chamberlain.
I was like, "Well, yes, we saw you, and you were great."
You were the Tasmanian Devil as usual, and what shot? I mean, watching her make shots from down low in the paint.
Yeah, she was making.
I don't know how.
Great, just like post moves, power dribbles.
Yeah.
Like she looked like she belonged.
She was playing big.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, no wonder I can't see anything. I got to put my glasses on. Here goes second half. Jackson ball. They're down 2. They'd love to tie it quickly here and just breathe a sigh of relief. You don't want to, let stuff get into your head. You're a young team on the road. And look at Prissel just shoving Hannah out of the way. And as sooner or later you got to pick up a foul. He does.
Yep.
Gus was just, I don't know if he meant it on purpose or he's lost his balance or he's just leaning all over Hannah. He picks up his first of the half for Teton. Jackson inbounds here. Larson floats one to Scott, being watched by Braxton and Hess. Sam looking around. It's just him and Seb out here high. Coach Hatfield talked about the lack of movement on offense the last time these teams played in Jackson, and hopefully that doesn't become an issue. That pass up ahead for Ty Brown. He lost the handle. Henry only happy to take it away. Henry works it into the corner to Scott. Something away from the play. What is it?
It was 3 seconds.
I don't know who was standing there, but I have noticed that Hannah likes
Andrew.
to park in there. Yeah. He overstayed his welcome in the paint. And it's still 21-19. No points yet in the second half, and we're almost a minute in. Roosevelt kicks it out to Braxton. Has Seb watching him. A pick doesn't work because Seb wiggles right around Prissel.
You can see him going up for that one and then just falling right back.
Seb felt it. Now a nice pick, but Roosevelt can't convert, but the rebound by Prissel. Works it all the way cross court to Roosevelt. Now the other Roosevelt, Tom, will try. Rattles in and out, no good. Larson with another board. I think that's his third. Here's Isaac.
That's his third.
Isaac's got room, but he's going to hand off to Hannah, up and in. Andrew right over the top of Gus Purcell. That worked, and we're tied at 21. Teton ball. It's Jerem Roosevelt gets a pick there from Prissel, and now picks up a double team, so he kicks it out to Hess. He drives the lane up over the top of Seb, but it rolls in and out, and Barazay pulls down the board. Jackson a chance to regain that lead that they had for much of the first half. Here's Isaac Larson, kicks it again. Another penetration then to give to Hannah. And look who got loose, Henry Barazay. It wasn't the backdoor cut, but it was sort of a, everybody keep moving.
Yep.
And
yeah, I mean, that's just where you can see that they're just playing basketball rather than trying to stick too hard to a play.
Shot there by Hess doesn't go. Rebound Jackson, Seb Brunner. A little bit of urgency in the Bronx game now. Seb puts a move, goes to the rack, gets knocked down, and will pick up the block. That's on Roosevelt. Tom, he shook his head. He didn't agree. His second, team second. 5:39 to go. Jackson up 2. Inbounds here from Larson. Isaac looking. Who's open? Nobody. Now he finds Sam Scott. Thought about a baseline 3. Drives baseline. His pass to Hannah was too telegraphed. Braxton has picked it off. And you can't go to 21-20 too often if the whole world knows it. Ball knocked out of bounds, but it's Tetons. Inbounds pass coming from Braxton Hess. 5:30 to go in the third. Jackson now up 2. Hess inbounds to Roosevelt. Inside back to Hess, working on Scott. Now finds a wide open Roosevelt. Tom, it's off the front of the iron, no good. Seb goes sky high for the board and picks up a foul. It's Tyson Brown with a reach in. His second. Couple of quick whistles here in the third. Refs.
Some press by Teton.
Oh, yeah. Teton won a rare press. They tried it earlier and it didn't bother Jackson much. Here's a pass to Scott, and again they're over the timeline. 2-on-1 break. Henry bears a left-handed lay-in. And boy, you're really reluctant to try the press when that happens.
You can see the chemistry when it comes on the court between Henry and Sam. That's the second time they've had a fast break together, each of them scoring one basket on those.
Hess kicks it out to Ty Brown. Ty working on Hannah. No good in the rebound. Henry Barazay. Barazay looking better and better.
Yeah.
Reluctant to call him a defensive specialist anymore. He's looked good. Pass inside to Hannah. Quickly triple team. Scott's open though. His three no good. Prissel with the rebound. Hannah tried to swipe it from him but could not. Here comes Teton. Roosevelt kicks out. Ty Brown will try a three. Rattles in and out. No good. Hannah with the board. Hands off to Seb Brunner, and here we come the other way. Pace picking up. Sebastian bumps into Prissel. That's a load to run into. And now Seb got all kinds of scrambling. Did he step out of bounds?
No, they're calling a foul.
Or draw a foul.
On
Oh, that's good news.
Tom Roosevelt.
Third on Tom Roosevelt. And he had that 1-3 earlier, but he's in a little bit of trouble now. Hannah underneath, watched by Prissel, and what a move by Hannah.
Yeah, that was impressive. Under the basket like that.
Layup. Gus thought he had Hannah covered, but he did not well enough. Jackson with their biggest lead of the night, 6 points. Here's Gus Prissel, bumps into Barazay. Still going to try him. Nothing there, though. Now back out to Hess. Braxton will slow it down, try to make a move on Brunner. Brunner sticks with him. Barazay picks him up. Ty Brown shot, no good. Teton's gone cold here, and Jackson has to take advantage. Hannah with the board, and again, hands off to Sebastian Brunner. Seb not in a hurry this time. Inside to Hannah. Nice pass, and they can't convert. Hannah with a left-handed layup that was just short.
Yep.
Ooh, a bump there. That's a block on Larson.
Yeah. He was definitely thinking he got the charge on that one. That, I believe is his third or fourth?
Third, I believe. Yeah, Larson's third already. He'll come out. Keelan in for him. Meanwhile, wholesale changes for Teton. The big man Davis Wood in, Denver Arnold in, and Hunter Johnson in. It's Hunter Johnson with the ball now. Barazay watching him. Hunter gets a pick from Arnold, but he was moving his feet, and I don't know if that's the call. Arnold wasn't set when he made that screen.
They're calling Seb on that one.
Sebastian Brunner with an elbow down inside away from the ball.
That's his second.
Uh-oh. Teton now. It is Jerem Roosevelt inside to Hess. Braxton puts it up and over the top of Henry. And a nice job by Braxton Hess. He has been money all night for the T-Wolves. 27-23. Jackson lead it. Sebastian Brunner, will he use this pick from Keelan? Can't really. Gives it back to Keelan. Gavin hands it off to Sam Scott. Back to Brunner. Patient here as Jackson trying to find that good shot. Brunner, and now another whistle away from the ball, and they're going to get Hannah again for standing around, or are they going to say foul? I think
he was 3 seconds at the peak.
All right. Well, they got your number. Once the refs start calling that, they're going to look for it all night.
Yeah, Andrew was chatting with him a little bit, trying to be like.
Yep. Inside pass to Hess. Braxton cannot convert.
That was good defense from Seb. It was nice and clean, which, we don't see.
Seb bangs hard into Roosevelt.
He'll pick up the charge, Seb will, on that one.
Got pounded by Seb. And Seb picks up his third, and that's the kind of foul you might get two for. He just railroaded poor Roosevelt. Here comes Jerem Roosevelt, the 6'1 junior. Teton down 4 with 2:25 to go in the third. It's Denver Arnold with Keelan on him. Inside pass to Hess. Double team, but he finds a wide open Johnson. His shot off the mark. Hess rebound. And a whistle on the ref pointing at
Henry Berzay.
Okay, I thought he was showing a 1 for Seb.
Yeah, he was showing a 1 and a 0.
Okay.
I mean, it was either 1 Seb or 1-10.
Yeah. Quickly now, both teams with 4 fouls. Denver Arnold working on Keelan. Turnaround, left-handed land, good. Nice job by Denver Arnold. He's 6'2", put it over the top of 6'5 Keelan. And it's a 2-point game now as Teton showing some pushback. Keelan been quiet offensively, had the ball now to Seb. Back to Keelan with Arnold on him. Gavin right back to Seb, just pitch and catch out top here. Nothing going on inside. Hannah's afraid to park in the paint. Now Hannah has it. Back outside to Seb. Good ball movement, but Keelan couldn't get her shot off. Seb again inside to Hannah. Lost the handle, stolen away by Davis Wood. Teton, chance to tie. Roosevelt takes a little walk on the near side here. Now drives baseline, whistle, and I think he stepped out of bounds. Good job by, I think that was Scott over there.
Yep.
Forced him, had nowhere to go really, and he stepped out.
It was Scott, yeah.
Okay, minute 32 to go in the third. Jackson up 2. Much better third quarter here than they had in Green River, or at home against Green River. Here's Henry Barazay, works it baseline corner to Scott. He wanted Hannah, but it was Davis Wood who got a hand on the ball. And another whistle here, and suddenly the refs who let the girls play last night are getting whistle happy. I don't know
I'm not
if
sure.
this is a foul or not. No. They just wanted to blow on that whistle. Seb Brunner, watched by Johnson. Quick perimeter. Here's Keelan. His first try to shot in a while, and it won't go. Arnold with the rebound. Teton can tie here as Braxton Hess brings it up. Seb will watch him. Hands off to Hunter Johnson. Hunter over to Denver Arnold. We're under a minute to go. It's Jerem Roosevelt. Jerem with Keelan and Scott on him. Bounce pass inside of Hess. Back out to Roosevelt. He'll try a baseline 3. No good. Wood with a rebound. Beat Hannah to it. Now a whistle, and I believe they're going to get Andrew, maybe?
Yeah, it might be either Andrew or Gavin. It is Andrew.
It's going to be Andrew Hannah, his first. And 42 seconds to go. Teton's ball. Inbounds from Braxton Hess. Bounce pass stolen away by Seb Brunner. Nice job. He took it right away from Wood. But he's 1-on-3, so he's going to wait for help.
Yep.
Seb glances at the clock. He'll try an open 15-footer. No good. Arnold with a rebound. Here comes Roosevelt the other way. He's 1-on-3, but he's going to try it. And Gavin Keelan rejects him.
That was basketball
doggy.
knowledge to a T.
Yes.
Gavin blocked that one, and then Seb saw it going out of bounds and threw it off to the Teton player.
Yes. Really well done there.
Yep.
Hatfield loves it. He's talking to Keelan here as they're going to try to draw up something with 23 seconds. No pressure from Teton now. Jackson, plenty of time to bring it up court. Here comes Seb. He's not going to take the time, though. He runs right to Hatfield, is ready to call a time. He wants Seb to burn clock here a little bit. There's the time. With 16 seconds left, Jackson, a 2-point lead. We'll go here. Well, let's stay here and strategize along with Coach Hatfield. What do you think? 27-25, you're up 2. Who do you want to take the shot? I mean, it's Hannah.
Yeah, I think that's who it will be, for sure. You could also drop a play for Seb if you wanted to try and, since you have the time to drop a play, you can draw some screens and then possibly get Seb actually open for the first time in a while. But I have a feeling it'll be going down low to Andrew.
Well, that's too predictable, Marie. I think they're going to draw something up that gets Henry Barazay involved, the senior.
Possibly. I'd like to see it.
We'll see. Hatfield's going to send out Keelan, Brunner, Scott, Hannah, and Barazay.
Could be Keelan, too. Gavin's
Gavin
an
has
all-around
been
player.
really quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's proved that he's money under pressure. He brought this team back almost single-handedly against the Wolves Saturday. Here's Brunner with 15 seconds and counting. Seb working on Roosevelt. Kicks it out to Sam Scott into Keelan. He'll find Hannah underneath, and he'll draw the harm. And right now, the T-Wolves, I don't think they have a problem with following Hannah as badly as he's shot from
Yeah, he's 50%.
free throw line, but
tonight.
still only the 5th foul on Jackson, so all it does is cause another inbounds pass. Berazé with 6 seconds to Keelan, puts Hess in the air, baseline, at the buzzer, it's Brunner, no good. Seb had a good look, and it almost went, but it won't. And that's how we'll end the third. It's 27-25. Bronx over the T-Wolves. We'll be right back with the exciting fourth. You're watching and listening to Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Back to the action. Jackson Bronx. This game has been back and forth. Both teams showing what they're made of. Teton playing at home on senior night has all the energy in their favor and their home court. Jackson.
Yep. I think Jackson's been getting better and better as just meshing as a team. They've been looking really good tonight, passing the ball around, not playing selfishly, but not playing overly unselfish, which can be an issue as well.
You've mentioned signs that they're starting to look like a team, really clicking on a few plays. That's good news. Teton with the ball, they trail by 2, chance to tie, just underway in the fourth. And it's Jerem Roosevelt, works it to Hess. Hess had a big night so far for Teton, and he's just allowed to roll in. He's going to feed it to Ty Brown, up and in. Hess could have shot it, but he ended up giving it to Brown. We're tied. Scrambly here as Teton pressures a bit. Brunner up to Berazé, had an open 3, won't take it. Now Seb Brunner, he'll drive the lane. Oh, beautiful behind the back pass to Hannah. But once again, Andrew, sometimes the passes are too slick, and Hannah's not ready for it.
That one, I think Hess got a hand on that one.
Okay.
A little bit, and then Andrew fought for it and went out of bounds on him, but he definitely got hands on that one.
Keelan comes out, and Gavin just not having his kind of night right now. And he kind of looks down on himself. I don't know what's going on, but Keelan has not been the normal Gavin Keelan. Here's Roosevelt. Jerem will try, or Tom will, and that's up and in. And now Teton with a lead, 29-27, back and forth we go. Just a minute in here in the fourth. Berazé to Larson, who has checked in.
Wow.
Larson tried to feed in the baseline, but it's stolen away. Here's Roosevelt. Jerem working on Henry. Berazé right with him. Almost stolen, now it is. Seb Brunner steals it. His shot up and good! And Braxton Hess with a foul. Hess didn't think so. But it'll send Brunner to the line, and he's pretty
71%.
decent. I like that number.
Yep. It'll be interesting.
6th team fouls, the second on Hess, by the way.
The student section seems to be their loudest when they're shooting.
Brunner to make 3, no good. And the crowd maybe got to him. Ty Brown with the board, and we are knotted at 29. Nail biter to the finish. Here's Roosevelt. Tom working on Isaac Larson. Top of the key to Jerem. Jerem Roosevelt with Scott on him. Back to Tom Roosevelt. Cross court, wide open. Prissel won't take it. Feeds it to Tyson Brown. He's got Hannah on him though, and he doesn't like that. Misadvantage in size. Prissel. Berazé guarding him. To Ty Brown. He tries the lane. Hannah with him every step of the way, and it's no good. Good D by Hannah.
Yeah.
And it's Isaac Larson with another board. Isaac to Seb Brunner. He'll try Hess, got him turned inside out, and now feeds Isaac Larson. Larson just spinning like a top. Now back to Brunner. Seb gets a pick from Hannah, and now he's going to try a long three, Brunner does. And it's no good, but Hannah with a good rebound over Ty Brown. Hannah puts it up, no good, foul. Hess is down, he's hurt, he got something in the midsection. He's holding his stomach. Somebody whacked him, and
that
more bad news, Braxton. That's your third foul.
That offensive board by Andrew put him at a double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds.
Good call there, and Hannah has that one. It's 30-29, and Ty Brown will come out. Denver Arnold checks in for the T-Wolves, and Hannah his second here, and he may see a lot of the free throw line down the stretch here. So Andrew, I hope he starts dialing it in here, Kip. His shot, no good. Rebound Arnold works it out to Hess. Braxton hands off to Roosevelt. Tom Roosevelt, he's a good three-ball guy. There it is, no good. Rebound Arnold. Scott went high for it, but too high, too early. And a whistle here as Berzay hit the deck. Who's that on?
Berzay.
Henry Berzay, his second. 1 point lead for Jackson. Teton was 7 fouls, Jackson 6. That shot no good. Henry Berzay with the board. Here comes Jackson, a chance to retake the lead for the Bronx. Seb Brunner with Roosevelt on him. Inside to Hannah, and that's Arnold reaching in. I think Denver was trying to make sure that Hannah didn't get the ball. Don't think they don't have the message from Roosevelt, and Coach Roosevelt calling a timeout here. He's definitely made his kids aware that Hannah's the guy who's going to beat you.
Yeah, and we'll see that with pretty much every single game these guys play because Andrew's just such a heavy component.
We'll be right back. Bronx basketball, the Bronx up by 1, 5:16 to go with the fourth. Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Well, by now, both teams know they're in a battle. This is a war, 30-29. Jackson leads Teton here on senior night in Driggs, Idaho at Teton High School. Andrew Hannah to the line. It's Arnold, Hess, Prissel, and the Roosevelt brothers out there for Coach Roosevelt and Teton. Andrews missed, but Jackson will get the rebound. It's Larson, Brunner, Hannah, Berzay, and Scott for Coach Hatfield for Jackson. Larson to Berzay inside to Hannah. He was open momentarily. Shot up and over Hess. Braxton does not want to pick up his third. Really played that softly, and Andrew took advantage of it. 32-29. Jackson by 3. Here's Roosevelt. Tom working on Isaac Larson. Hands off to Gus Prissel. Prissel with Berzay on him. Kicks it back out high here to Roosevelt. Roosevelt drives the lane. Kick out to brother Tom. Larson playing him very closely.
Yeah, he was all over him.
And is he going to draw the?
He will, yeah.
Oh, boy. He was
That's
really.
his fourth.
Is it really? He was glued. Hatfield is saying, keep your hands out. Don't reach in. He's trying to give Larson some advice.
That's a difficult one if Larson does foul out without Harland being available.
Yes.
I mean, you can put Keelan in, but he's up there, fouls also.
Yeah.
And then you just don't get as much of that defense with AJ in there.
Seb knocks it out of Braxton Hess's hands momentarily, but right in front of the scorer's table, it's going to be Teton ball. Teton trail by 3, 4.5 to go in regulation. Could we be headed to OT here? This is going to be close to the wire. Roosevelt kicks out to brother Jerem. Jerem gets a pick from Prissel. Now a give and go to Prissel. That worked perfectly. That's how you do that. Pick and roll. And that was textbook. 32-31. Jackson still with a 1-point lead, but they can't nurse it. They're going to need points. Barazay to Seb Brunner. Scott far side right in front of the cheering section. Now to Seb Brunner. Pick from Henry Davis. Seb's not interested in shooting. He hasn't been feeling it really. Scott to Barazay far side in the corner. Back out to Seb. Seb going to try Hess, but Hess staying with him. Now Isaac Larson going to try Arnold. No. Back out to Seb Brunner. Jackson wants that perfect shot, and here it is. Hannah, no. To Brunner, his shot no good. Barazay saves the day with a rebound, but wait a minute. Hess steals it away. 3.5 to go. Teton can take the lead here. Denver Arnold gets him the lead. 33-32. Teton. Coach Hatfield gets Keelan ready to check in at the next whistle. And there it is. Timeout. Hatfield will go to Jackson. Trail by 1 with 3:15 to go. You're listening and watching to Jackson Bronc basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Hot Country Linens Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet. We've got you covered. We have cleaning supplies for all your needs, like Bona hardwood floor cleaner, brooms and mops, dusters and buffers, Swiffers and brushes, scrubbers and squeegees for every job, Murphy oil, orange oil, and Pledge for your home or office, products from the Clean Environment Company, Envirox, and bathroom cleaners from the Natural House for the safe environmental solution. For dishwashers to laundry, Cascade and Jet Dry, Dawn and Joy, Tide, Arm & Hammer, Shout, Clorox, and Bounce. And get the window cleaning tools the pros use. Spray bottles, extended washers, buckets, and squeegees for the cleanest windows.
This is KZ95 with live.
Sorry to cut that ad short, but our ad department, our sales team has to have a better definition of a 30-second ad. Jackson, ball stolen away by Roosevelt. What happened? Seb's on the ground.
Yeah, he's getting called for a foul on that one.
Runner picks up the foul.
That'll be his fourth.
So he's one away from an early shower. Both teams with 8 fouls now. And it'll be Roosevelt to the line. That's Jerem, the junior, and he's got that 34-32. Scott will check in for Isaac Larson. Thought he was going to come and get Brunner, but
yeah, no, I think they're trying to save one of them. They both have 4, so then if the other fouls out,
they need a guard. Yeah, they need a backcourt. You're right, Marie. Good observation. The second missed by Roosevelt. Rebound Keelan. 3:05. Jackson trying to show some poise here. That pass picked off. Keelan was looking for Hannah, but it was stolen away by Jerem Roosevelt. Here's Tom Roosevelt. His shot too strong. Arnold with the board, though. Kicks it back out to Hess. He'll drive the lane. Up and over. Good! Braxton Hess has made it 36-32. Timeout, Robert Roosevelt for Teton. And they're feeling it now.
This is where it'll be interesting to see if our guys can pull back and put the game away.
Yep, you need somebody to step up and do something here. 2:45 to go. It's a 36-32 lead for Teton. Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
At the Rocky Mountain Yeti Jackson Hole Base Camp, they have new vehicles fit for every adventure. They have new Ford, Ram, and Jeep vehicles right now, including a wide selection of upfitted trucks. Come meet the friendly team of experts that will awaken and ignite your adventurous spirit and get you back on the road in no time. Let them help you get back to adventure at the Rocky Mountain Yeti Jackson Hole Base Camp today.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Jake Nichols alongside Marie Kane. This building's starting to get energized as the T-Wolves have a 4-point lead with 2:45 to go. Plenty of time, Marie.
Yep, yeah.
But Jackson's got to find a scorer other than Hannah, I get a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, they've got them too. They're playing pretty tight defense out on the perimeter.
Fowler has been parked since missing a couple threes early. He hasn't seen a lot of floor time. Seb is just not feeling it tonight, and neither is Keelan. Just an off night for both Brunner and Keelan. Here's Seb driving the lane against 3 T-Wolves. It won't go. And the rebound, Roosevelt. Coach Hatfield upset a little bit with that play as Seb tried to do maybe too much. You know, he
Might have been trying
He
to.
often tries to,
wanting a foul. You do see Seb run up the court afterwards, try to poke the ball away. That's where most of his fouls will come from. He'll miss the shot and want a foul, and then get a little too energetic.
Well, here's Roosevelt driving the lane. Keelan tries for the block, didn't get it, but Roosevelt missed the shot. Scramble for the loose ball, and it is a rugby scrum.
They had a Teton player call timeout over there, I believe.
Okay. And Coach Hatfield really visibly bubbling with the kids as he's trying to get his point across. Running out of time, 147, 36-32. You're getting almost down to the point where you might start thinking fouls. Both teams with 8 fouls apiece. Jackson down 4. It's been a back and forth game all the way. But suddenly the Timberwolves, feeding off the energy of the crowd, of sensing that they can put this away here for the hometown fans. We'll see. We told you in the pregame, both teams searching for a win as they both are on 2-game losing streaks.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's really just like, at this point, a coin toss of who's going to be able to pull this one out.
It's close, but I don't like the fact that Jackson's awful one-dimensional right now as far as scoring. It's been all Hannah or nothing. I'd like to see somebody hit a couple threes. That would really make me feel good. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure all 4 coaches down there would like to see somebody in black make some threes.
Yep.
I don't know. Have they had a 3-ball tonight at all? I don't remember one.
Don't think so.
Barazay almost got the steal, but he didn't turn to look for the ball. And it's Roosevelt with it now. Jerem dribbling away. He's not a guy you want to foul. Hess probably not either. Hess double team. Jackson trying to trap. Now it's Prissel wide open underneath.
You can see Teton picking up the pace on that one, and Jackson's defense getting a little scrambled.
Chin. Uh-oh. .125 to go, 38-32.
We have a Gavin Keelan at the line. He's a 70% free throw shooter.
Okay, Keelan misses that one short badly. I don't like the way Gavin Keelan's looking. I don't know if he's, you got flu-like illness going around. Maybe the kids aren't 100%. I don't know, but he hasn't looked right.
Yeah, and he didn't start either.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
6-point lead for Teton. Jackson ball. Keelan puts Arnold in the air. Now his pass stolen away, so Gavin's head's not there either. As that pass never had a chance. Now just over 1. You got a foul. They're trying to tackle Roosevelt, but he gets it to his brother Tom. Now to Arnold underneath the Prissel. And that was some real ball movement right there.
Yep.
Touch passing, bing, bing, bing. And it's the biggest lead of the night for Teton. Seb with a 3, no good. Keelan with a rebound. Ball swatted from his hand, but back to Brunner. Seb gonna try it again, same spot, reload, no good. Rebound, Prissel, jump ball. Jackson got a break there, but it's Teton arrow. And this one's slipping away with 48 seconds left. It's Teton 40, Jackson 32. Scott with the ball, works it to Brunner. Now baseline 3 from Keelan. That's well short. Rebound tracked down by Brunner, but he's out of bounds. 38 seconds left, a 40-32 game. Oh man, Marie, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's slipping away a bit.
It is. Teton ball, you got to foul quickly here. Hess over to Prissel. He's the guy you got to foul. I'm surprised nobody does. Barazay with a steal, but he gives it right back to Prissel. Prissel to Roosevelt. And it'll send Jerem Roosevelt to the line. We don't have real numbers on these Teton kids, but I can tell you now, Prissel does not shoot as well from the foul line as Roosevelt. He was the guy you wanted to hack, and Jerem, the junior, will go to the line. He's pretty good
Yeah, they
shooter.
There's been a couple times where we've had some players all over the Timberwolves, and they're just not calling those fouls.
Yeah.
Like I know for sure Seb hit a foul on that one, but they didn't call him for it. They called Sam Scott.
Scott's first, 26 seconds. It's now a 9-point lead. Now it's 10 as Roosevelt knocks them both down. 42-32 with 22 to go. Brunner, you got no time to goof around here. Somebody's got to put one up. Keelan almost out of bounds. He saved it momentarily, but Teton with the ball now, and they're going to just let it run out here. There's a foul by Scott, but this is all academic at this point. 10 seconds to play. To the line, Braxton Hess. And Teton can add to the lead now. It's the T-Wolves' biggest lead of the night, 42-32, and a chance to put a little more onto that. Braxton Hess converts, 43-32, Teton. Well, this is going to go down as a disappointing loss for Jackson. Hess converts both, and it's a 12-point game. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brunner gets a pick from Keelan. Now feeds Hannah. Hannah, nobody's in a hurry to shoot. Brunner will try a long three at the buzzer. No good. And that's how this one will end. The final, Teton 44, Jackson 32. We'll be back with a post-game interview with Coach Hatfield right after this. Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Country Linen's paper and cleaning supply outlet. We've got you covered. We have cleaning supplies for all your needs, like Bona hardwood floor cleaner, brooms and mops, dusters and buffers, Swiffers and brushes, scrubbers and squeegees for every job, Murphy oil, orange oil, and Pledge for your home or office, products from the Clean Environment Company, Envirox, and bathroom cleaners from the Natural House for the safe environmental solution. For dishwashers to laundry, Cascade and Jet Dry, Dawn and Joy, Tide, Arm & Hammer, Shout, Clorox, and Bounce. And get the window cleaning tools the pros use. Spray bottles, extended washers, buckets, and squeegees for the cleanest windows. Browse products at highcountrylinen.com or call 739-1311, 739-1311, or drop in at High Country Linen's Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet, 335 North Glenwood Street. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And don't forget, we deliver.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Back to the action. Marie Kane is out of the court with Coach Hatfield, and we'll take it away, Marie. How'd it go for Coach?
Radio. I'm Marie Kane here with the Bronx head coach, Coach Hatfield, following a loss to Teton. Coach, what would you say was the biggest factor of you guys losing this game?
Oh, well, first off, we just couldn't compose ourselves in the fourth quarter. I think it was 18-5 fourth quarter. Same story again, young team, trying to find our composure, too many turnovers. We got to somehow find someone who can lead us in the fourth quarter.
What are you all going to do to kind of try and turn this around for your quick turnaround to Pinedale tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll have a quick walkthrough tomorrow. We'll talk about this game, but we'll forget about it. So, one day at a time. So we'll prepare for Pinedale in the morning. Hopefully go down to Pinedale and get us one.
Thank you, Coach. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Marie Kane. Back to you, Jake.
Thanks, Marie. I hope we got audio out of that. I think we did, but to reiterate, Coach Hatfield lamenting the fact that he just... We'll let Marie get back here and get a headset on, but Coach Hatfield talking about the fact that he just doesn't feel like he's got somebody to lean on when the pressure starts to mount, when it gets late game. I don't know who that could be. He talks about Harlan just because he's not available, but is that the guy? Who's the guy who's going to be cool, calm, and everybody on the team can look at him and say, look, he's not rattled, so let's everybody settle down. Who is that?
I mean, I think you're going to have to go with one of the older players. He mentions Carson because he is a junior. He's an upperclassman. But, I mean, whether or not it's biased because I'm a senior, I say Sam Scott or Henry Berze.
Yeah.
They both looked great tonight. And I think that they stay cool under pressure. They obviously have played in some big pressure areas at state for football.
Yeah.
So I think that if they can kind of rein it in and be more of a leader, that would benefit the team.
Yeah. We talked to the coaching staff a little bit. I have off air, and they talk about the kids are, when they're in the huddle and there's minutes left and it's fourth quarter, it seems like the message, what they're drawing up and what they're saying is going in one ear and out the other, and the kids are standing there with big, wide, glazed eyes, like they're just not settling down yet.
Yeah, I think you definitely need the age and experience on that one.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the final stats. Of course, we got our eye on who might be our Century 21 relentless athlete of the game, but what do the Bronx look like stat-wise? Hannah, big night from him.
Yep, yeah, he has 20 points and 10 rebounds. And then we have Seb with 6, following that up Henry with 4, and Sam Scott with 2. I might be missing a few, but I think that's around where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so one-dimensional, the offense tonight. It's weird. Not sure where Keelan was. Seb wasn't feeling it. AJ, they gave him a chance in the first half, but just nobody felt like they had the shot with him tonight, the mojo, except for Andrew Hanna.
Yeah.
On the other side of the ball, we got what we thought out of that team. I told you going in, Braxton Hess was probably the man, and the 6'1 senior showed up on senior night. Hess really led those T-Wolves tonight to a 44-32 final 12-point win for Teton. This was closer than the final score would indicate, close all the way till the very end. Our Century 21 relentless athlete of the game, you ready to go, Kane, on a 3-2-1?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, a double-double. Where would they be without Andrew? It would be
12.
44-12.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah.
He's a key component.
It would not be good. Yeah, they needed to find something more than Hannah, and they needed to compose themselves down the end to in the stretch. But there's not much time to dwell on it. Right back at it in Pinedale tomorrow night. We'll be on the air with all that action, girls and boys, and we'll have that coverage for you. Once again tonight, the final from Driggs, Idaho, and Teton High School. It's the Teton Timberwolves 44 and the Jackson Bronx 32. Tonight's action brought to you by Century 21, Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates, Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store, Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend-driven High Country Linen, premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats. Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe. The town square inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, and 49er Inn and Suites. Well, this one didn't go the way we were looking for. With the loss, Jackson falls to 3-6 on the season, still 0-2 in conference, and we'll be back again on the air tomorrow in Pinedale once again. Thanks so much for joining us. For Marie Kane, I'm Jake Nichols for Jackson Hole Radio, wishing you and yours a good night from Teton High School.